Hi guys, welcome to this session. Other panel member will be just joining us. So this is me, Sharad Avasthi. I'll be talking to you about slot two, which is just finished at 12:30 to 2:30. What do we think? What are our impressions? What are our analysis which we have gathered by talking to all other students, etc. So let me just start with slot two, kind of overall what was the paper and how difficult it was and how difficult it was not. uh, Now the Okay, so what do we have in slot two? In my opinion, when I came out of I was also taking this paper. When I came out of hall, I was not finding, many students being happy or very chatty about it. There were whispers about Quant being lengthy. Some were saying that DILR were difficult, etc., etc. So let us first, let me give you the first part, which is the overall structure which you have. Overall structure, if you see in front of you, this is. They were in VARC. It was a simple kind of a 24 question, which was last year, so they have not changed number of questions. I think the sequencing was little bit changed. They were having one question of VA, then RC question. The actual format was, there were in RC there were four RCs passages. Every passage has four questions, and also you have verbal ability questions. Verbal ability questions were, you know two question of four types. Those four types which you had were, para jumbles, para summary, odd one out, missing sentence. So this is the kind of structure which we were having, right? So currently, what was different in this structure, as per my opinion, is that this questions of para summary, para jumbles, or these were coming, after the passages, each and every passage. uh, how do I think, what was the difficulty level of this particular paper? Okay, sorry guys, I was having a connection drop, so that is how It is we were talking about VRC session. VRC session. Shipku, welcome to the detailed analysis of slot 2 paper. I was just talking to the students about overall structure, right? Uh, in my opinion, VRC section was there was not much of a change. The change which you could see only was the sequencing of VA questions interspersed with passages that was there. In my opinion, what could be a good attempt? I had talked to you before the connection got dropped out. I think good attempt is somewhere around 16. Three passes if you're good, you can do three passes. If you're very good, uh, then maybe all four you could attempt. But in my opinion, if you have done two passes also, uh, it is okay. But then you have to do a few VARC questions. So overall, in my opinion, a 16 question kind of an attempt will be a good attempt. And how many of those questions can go wrong? In my opinion, I have seen in VRC, and as far as my experience of talking to the student, you can say 12 questions correct, four wrong. So you will be hovering at somewhere around 32 marks. 32 marks in this kind of a paper will take you around 95 to 97%. That is how I feel about this. Now talking about DILR set, DILR set was having two sets of five questions, and there were four questions. There were three sets of four questions each. No, change, but there was a change. What was the change? Change was that the paper was slightly tougher compared to the last year. That's what I felt. Okay. So, in my opinion, if you have done two sets, that's a good attempt. If you have done one set and plus three, four questions, three questions from others, seven set, if you got seven questions correct, in my opinion, seven questions correct will give you around 95 to 98%. So is it different from what 2024 was? In my opinion, yes, it was. If you are one of those LRDI types and you have done three sets and have got questions which are right, uh, I mean, if you've done three sets right, surely, and you'll get one or two wrong here and there, 10 questions right, you are in the 99 percentile in this particular LRDI section. Why am I saying so? Sets were not very straightforward. You have to apply a lot of numericals also. There was a percentage set which was going on in the pollution index set also. You have to do a lot of computation. So in my opinion, uh, these were these were blockuses for those students who do not like Quant, right? And then the logical ones were not so easy, that can be done by students who do not like Quant. So in my opinion, world is, if I'm being binary, then world is divided in two types of kids as far as the LRDI is concerned. One who like numbers in the LRDI set, one who do not. So it is difficult for both of those types. So in my opinion, seven questions right is a great scene in LRDI. Okay, if you've done more than that, fine, fantastic, right? About quant and all those questions which are there in quant. Uh, in my opinion, if you know algebra a little bit, and you're not stuck only in doing arithmetics, then paper was okay. But as far as most of us do arithmetic first and get into those lengthy questions, then paper will appear lengthy to us. What is a good attempt? Again, 6 to 7 question correct. Six question correct will get you around 90 to 95%. Now, this is I'll will discuss about answers also. Gonzalez, I think it is Gabriel Gonzalez is asking about any answer for session two. We will discuss those. We are through with this. As far as the questions are concerned, in QALRDI, This is the format of, let me go through this once again. If the students who have joined late or who are joining this is what you can see on a screen. This is how the verbal ability sections looks like, right? And then you know this is how your DILR sections looks like. In my open DILR section, the first kind of a set which was there in my paper, which was related to sustainability index that could be solved if you're focused on E and if you're focused on percentages, etc., etc., etc. Now coming to quantitative aptitude, there are questions. We were having questions from algebra, from infinite geometric progression to Gonçalves. As much as I remember, quant for the CL was 8% per annum. Amount is split between four friend was this thing. Let me also give you a few questions which we have done from our side. Let me come to those questions also. But first of all, let me finish off the slide with you. I think we are headed for this kind of a paper, which, in my opinion, will give you somewhere around how much, I think, number of questions. This is a comparison which you have in front of you, 22 and 23, and you can see that the difficulty level which was there in 24 has got you 99 percentile with a 95 question. Okay, and that was a hefty 20 marks more than that. So what is the scene which we are thinking about? 25 slot 2, what is the ideal score which could be there, which can give you a rank kind of a stuff. So let's go slot wise and compare. uh, I think the number of questions which are coming out somewhere around 10, 8, 16, 24 to 28, and 25 was 34. So you have around 8 questions, 8 to 6 to 8 questions less, which is 20 marks less. So if I see this somewhere around 80s, early 80s will be 95, 99 percentile. So don't worry if you have not done as well as you were thinking. You're thinking, or got conditioned by seeing all those uh, uh, you know all those things, by told by all of us, that paper are now getting simpler in 2024 onwards. So don't get swayed by this year paper was difficult, as told by students and as also felt by us. So early 80s could be 99 percentile, which will place it somewhere closer to 23 rather than 24. Anything which you want to add about, Shivku, on this? uh, if you're with us, I'm saying 99 percentile is somewhere around early 80s, maybe 80. 80 is the kind of a figure which I'm looking for, uh, all sets put together. It is more closer to 23 rather than 24. Shivku, if you can hear me, you can put in your bits about the overall, this, number marks for a 99 percentile. So I think we don't have. Let me add. Shivku, are you there? So I can't see him. So currently, teachers are getting ready. They're coming up. I had uh, I had the opportunity to be here because I was just near the center. So I'm there with you. Let me discuss few questions which I have noted down in the meantime while others coming up. this is this is how slot two looks like. 99 percentile is early 80s, which is 82 to 83. and 95 is around 65. There's a huge drop as it is was in all the as it was in all the years where we have seen 99 to 95. So if you're getting around 80 correct, then you're through. 99 percentile, you get all the calls. Even if you get 70 or 65, don't lose hope, because you will be there and getting uh, calls from based upon your gender diversity and academic diversity. Even if you are into 60s or 65, you have a good chance of getting calls. So that is how this paper is. It is closer to, in terms of marks, etc., in terms of all these things, it is closer to 23 rather than 2024, or for that matter 2022. Let's not compare with 2022. 2024, there was 76 marks for 99 percentile. 2023, and 95 was there for 2024. So it is more closer. Is it closer to, if I see, it is closer to uh, 90. It is closer to not 95 but early 80s. So it is closer to CAT 2022 marks. That's what is our feeling. Anything which you want to add, Abhishek, after talking to students, after taking a slot too? I know you are looking hassled. You have just come here. And Shipku, I see Shipku also here. This is what Shipku is CAT 2025 99 percentile is looking like. Abhishek, any comments on that? It is looking more, closer to uh, 23 wala seat rather than 2024.
जी
So again,
जी जी जी
yeah, yeah.
फिर फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन ऐसा लग रहा है VRs में थोड़ा ज्यादा आई थिंक आई डोंट थिंक इट विल बी 45 फॉर 99 percentile.
It will be
That
less
would be
than
my
that.
first impression. It will be less than that, yes.
Yes. So this 82, are you
शिवकू सर
okay
आपको
with
क्या
this?
लग रहा है? सर आपको नहीं लग रहा 45? I think 45 seems to be on the higher side. Is this 45?
It is 45 for 99 percentile. I think the way the paper was there, the 45 99 percentile could be, because VRC students do scores high, and I think 33
No,
95 percentile, I
student
agree with that. 45 could be maybe 42 or 40. Yeah.
Abhishek, the 99 percentilers normally would get 99 percentile. I think people who are very good in English, they didn't finding the verbal thing tough, right? If you look at last year's, it was about 49. So at 99 percentile, it probably will be uh, a question or two below that, and hence I think 45 looks a very reasonable thing.
Okay, Abhishek, let's get the
Okay,
ball
okay.
rolling. What do you think about DILR and QA?
I think DLR and QA are seem very reasonable first impressions. Um, I think यही sir 27 to 30 ही होना चाहिए for 99 percentile. And QA, I actually felt that QA was similar to last year and probably maybe even a tad easier than last year. Um, because last year had some questions which made you work. आपको उनमें काम करना पड़ रहा था. मुझे इस बार उतने सवाल नहीं दिखे वैसे. I did not find as many questions that really made you work. And there were a lot of questions, number system वाले, maximum minimum on the outset वो, but उसमें hit and trial अगर आप कर रहे थे तो बहुत जल्दी मतलब numbers निकल रहे थे. So I think QA ought to be similar to last year.
So what do you think?
Yeah,
What do you think, Abhishek? 30 is good enough for a 99 percentile, or you would like to, amp it?
I think maybe a mark or two more. मुझे लगता है
I,
32 के आसपास वही
I
रहना
think
चाहिए.
I'll also give you my take. My take is that if you know algebra well, then you could do better
जी.
marks. But if you are only focused upon arithmetic, which
हाँ.
many of our students are, and many of the CAT aspirants overall are, then you can get trapped into some arithmetic questions which are lengthy. And a few of the students were telling me paper is lengthy only because of these concerns, because they don't look at questions from algebra or number system, which in my opinion, were not. See, I'll tell you what. There was a law question. Just for an example, there was a law question. You will get a value of x, y, z if you change the basis, right? You will get a value of x, y, z, that is x into y into z is equal to 2 raised to the power 12. After that, it is a second concept, that what is the minimum value of x plus y plus z. There you have to apply that all three have to be equal and 2 raised to the power 4, and then you try. So it is not tough, but you have to know your concepts, and which I think is a challenge. So people will leave that question. And if people will leave those questions which can be done faster, they will get trapped into arithmetic longer questions. That is where I think, in my opinion, paper could be termed, as good as slot 2 of, we were both in slot 2 last year also, and
Yeah,
as
I
good as
remember.
slot 2 last year, maybe for usual cat taker, slightly tougher. What is your take, Shipku?
No, from whatever I am gathering from the students, because mine was in the slot one. I taken test in slot one. My test, if I compare it with slot one or any other slots last year, I think it was definitely tougher for one simple reason, that the choice in arithmetic went down in terms of questions that you can do, because even the ones that you could do, they were fairly long, right? काम करवाया, ठीक है? It is like saying कि you're forced to do a lot of uh, work to get to the answer. So that's what it is, not about conceptual level of difficulty. It is about the time it takes to solve a question. That is what I think probably made this our first slot a little tougher than last time. So from whatever I am gathering from students, the students who are doing pretty well in our mocks, so on, I think uh, the real good guys are stuck between 12 to 13 attempts, right? Which I think is a basically, that doesn't tell me that it's a easy game. So if it is off in terms of the score from last year's by, let's say, one question here or there, I wouldn't be surprised. Which means for me that range of 30 to 33 is okay for a 99%.
Yes, Abhishek. Anything which you want to add? Then we will go. We'll take some questions. I have some algebra question. You can take some arithmetic question. If students are looking
जी,
for those kind of things, see what are the questions which are there.
जी,
Anything
जी,
which
जी.
Maybe we can look at the comments, na? बच्चों का comment भी देख सकते हैं.
somebody is saying that passages long but easier to understand. They were asking about a question where I think four friends was there was a ratio, uh, and 5:8 or something like that. I think we'll come to that stage. These are the comments which are there. They want to they want also want to ask a question. Is equal to 8 A plus B ka answers. We have other questions also and answers for
फिर
you
वो
in these questions. Time work days required for C answer. This is Gunjalvas, Gabriel Gunjalvas who is asking these questions. We'll come to the question. I think Abhishek will be ready with all the arithmetic and will be ready with algebra questions. That is how we have,
I
and
think
few will,
someone has said here.
also.
I saw a couple of comments that said
Abhishek.
that RC was longer. I think that is the impression I got from slot one as well before I entered slot two. में Shivku sir और GB को सुन रहा था मतलब when I went in. तो RC लंबे थे लेकिन उसमें there were some RCs in which some questions were so direct, unbelievably direct, and very 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 मतलब अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी पढ़ा है तो आप वो solve कर सकते हैं. And there were some questions like usual that required more comprehension. And BA, even I heard I think morning में Jijo when he came in said that BA was on the easier side. I I think VA was fairly balanced. Um, and there were some VA questions that actually ate up a lot of my time. मतलब उसमें समय लगा. They were good questions. So yeah.
Abhishek,
हाँ
Abhishek,
जी.
here is one point. Here is one point which I want to tell you about VA. मेरे को लग रहा था VA में वो जो 4x2 वाले all those 4x2 questions which were there. This is the English session, by the way. There is no Hindi allowed in this session. If Abhishek has gone out, but I think they have smartly put in this cat one easy and one difficult. They have two questions, so there was one easy, direct. The other question required, certain things to do, for getting marks. So this is how it looks like. Uh, uh, now the other thing which we can discuss with the students is the type of questions, etc., which they're asking in comments. And most of the students are asking basically one of the comments which they want to know about, one of the question in percentiles, and also about time and work question. This again tells me that all those questions which were algebra questions. Let me start ball rolling in those questions kind of a thing. If you remember, there was a log question, right, Abhishek? There was a log question in which only thing you need to know is change of base. If you know the change of base, finally this log x will come out, and you will have x value as 2 raised to the power 12. And x into y into z. X into y into z will come as 2 raised to the power 12. And then question is asking, what is the value of x plus y plus z? So there is where I'm saying that this paper is slightly tougher. I agree, I concur with Shivku that it is not only one concept. First of all, you need to know change of base concept pretty well to get to that stage where you can find out the value of x, y, z. Here, if the question is stopped, I would have said, ठीक है, moderator. Then it has a second concept. X, Y, Z is given. It is asking minimum possible value of x plus y plus z, right? That is a kind of concept if the students knows that x plus y plus z will be minimum if all are equal, right? Then you put in x, y, z, all are equal, 2 raised to power 4, 16, and 16 plus 16 plus 16 is 48. One of the answer was 48. I remember the options, which was 24, 36, 48, and 96. They actually got the answer 48, and then they have made this question. That is why the students would have find it difficult. That is my concern. That is one of the questions in algebra which I
were there. How many questions were there in? How many questions were there in the normal percentages, ratio proportion mixtures?
There were two ratio proportion questions, sir. There was one installment question. There was one profit and loss. So that's 4 questions. There was one mixtures allegation question. 5. There was one time and work 6. One time speed distance 7. और मैं एक सवाल भूल रहा हूँ.
These questions
average एक average था. Average. हाँ जी, profit loss का एक था.
There's a profit loss also.
What about the?
अच्छा सुनो, I'm sorry. Just listen one thing. Have you seen that question on installment? Sometimes I've felt that sometimes we are teaching, then we take installment out of SICI. This time the question on installment, in my opinion, was the simplest in the way. It was just a calculator usage. There were 4 options given: 11, 10, 9, 9, 8. You have to just put value, put 8, see what is happening. First put 10, then put 8, and you will get your answer. I mean, it was an option question, Shivko. It was just that you have to know 530 upon 1 plus r. If I remember my figures correctly, Abhishek, you can tell me. 530 was the amount which a person was paying after 1 year. 594 was the amount which a person was paying after 2 years. No, that was the question, Abhishek?
Yeah, exactly, sir. Yeah, 1,000 rupees. Thousand was the amount borrowed, and then after 1 year it was 530 paid back, and after the second year it was 594, and the loan was over. Yeah.
And the compounding rate of interest. So it's a simple question. You have to put 10, 1.1, 1.21. C answer is not coming. It is coming less. So interest has to be slightly, deeper. If you put 8, you will get your answer, and this is. So in my opinion, that was the easiest question. No, Abhishek?
It was easy, sir. Yeah. I think and this is where maybe the paper was made a tad tougher than last year. There were many questions which were relatively direct, but their options were so close that you couldn't approximate. अगर आप just approximate करके निकालना चाहते हैं, अब जैसे ये वाला सवाल था, तो इसमें चारों ऑप्शन ऐसे थे, 8, 9, 10 and 12 I think were the 4 options. So the 4 options were
8,
relatively
10
close.
and 12, yes.
Yeah. So you could not, typically होता है कि round figure 10 ले लिया या वैसे करके check कर लिया आसपास. That would not have worked. The answer was 8 to this question, indeed.
Yeah, but
Geometry-
how it should have been done. See why one point why it was difficult is because student and sometimes us also do not teach them installment. Once it has come in 2018, it will not come. This is the anathema. If you have not done installment, seen installment and scrolled, then you have missed a calculator based question. That is,
जी.
नहीं, उसमें I think if they
like 2020.
Sharad, if they had analyzed their mocks thoroughly, there were enough installment questions for them to have done it.
Yes.
So it is. So I think installments wale, it has come in the last 3-4 years. So repetitive.
So there was a question in I think 2022 में था ना शिवकु सर से 2022 का एक सवाल था, तो 2022 वाला ही सवाल था ये वही सवाल था. The values were smaller. In fact, the values were smaller, but the rate of interest was slightly more irritating. मतलब 8% था, तो एकदम आपको थोड़ा सा आप कैलकुलेटर यूज करते तो हो जाता.
So I think. तो ओवरऑल हम लोग क्या कह रहे हैं? What is the picture? 34, huh? I mean, 10 questions if somebody gets it right.
I think it will be closer to 11. I think 32-ish. 30 to 33 होना चाहिए.
One of the things is we would want all these people to come and give us the pessimistic scores and the optimistic scores that they are expected to get, and I think we will be able to do a fairly good estimation. Of course, we'll have, if we get to the day when they get the response sheet, the estimations are going to be far more accurate. But I would urge all those people who are here to just go on the CL side, right? Give your pessimistic and optimistic scores for us to give a sense of where your percentages are likely to be. The more data that we have, much better will be our estimations.
Shukku, let me put this suggestion to Abhishek and me. Let me also put in QA pessimistic and optimistic score. I am the
okay,
and I would like Abhishek also to put pessimistic and optimistic in QA for 99 percentile. In my opinion, for 99 percentile, if you are getting somewhere around 27 marks, it is optimistic. 27 you get 99. Pessimistic is somewhere around 33. 9 to 11. Means my range is of 99 is 9 absolute correct question to 11 absolute correct question. What is your Abhishek in QA?
Sir, मुझे similar, very similar. I don't think 9 questions जाएगा. मुझे थोड़ा सा कम लग रहा है. Given
that is why we have put it over here.
It'll be very
that is
similar.
why.
Yeah, it will be very similar. 28 to 32.
That is why we have put 30. I think that's a very well made slide. Whoever has put 30 here, I think it will be somewhere around that region, because 27 to 33 average is 30, 28 to 32 average is 30. Again my numerical things are working up. In my opinion, there was one more question which I keep on telling my students in seminar to seminar every time: x square minus mod x plus 9 minus x greater than 0 plus x greater. How can you not put option and check?
Ji.
Why would you have to solve, modulus? Abhishek, are you agreeing with me? How many times we have told this to students? We have gone,
two values and the question was done. Two values and
two values and the question was done. Yes. Yeah. Put minus 4, minus 10, 4. That's it. No, this was how I think if you start solving, it is lengthy. If you use options, you use, what we teach you at CL, it is not such a difficult paper. You'll surely get 99%, all those 9-8 questions which are there. And we keep on saying in logarithm questions are easy, change base. There was a question. There was a question which was there in 9 raised to the power x square minus 2x. Remember that
yeah.
question? That's an
Yeah,
algebra
yes,
question.
yes, sir.
Minus
Yeah.
4, minus 2 and minus 3 was written. You have to make and take a call that I have to convert this into a quadratic equation because it is talking
जी,
about, possible product of fruit. Product of fruits, products of fruit means this is a, that kind of a question. And
yeah,
answer will come within 90 seconds if you get this correct. That you have to write
जी,
last wala 3 raised to the power x square plus 2x minus 2, you have to write minus 3 plus 1. That's it. That should become 12 and t square minus 12 plus 27. T will come 9, t will come 3. There will be two values and you will get your answers because the last term will be minus 4 and minus 5. You multiply 20 is written in there. Miss, I want to say the difficulty or why students will not get, that is where I agree with Shivu, because students do not always see in their mocks, in their classes, the repetitive things which you do, and they start solving questions. If you solve a question paper in India, might be fun point. So
Were
we
there
can
any
shift
questions from PNC, and anything from geometry?
so there were तीन सवाल तो
geometry.
geometry में मुझे याद है. There were three from geometry. One was based on hexagon. One was based on circles and tangents. Circles का सवाल था. And another one was from triangles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And order of,
all
what's the level of difficulty?
hexagon was moderate. It was moderate only because hexagon बहुत लोग उतने अच्छे से पढ़ते नहीं हैं. बट अगर किसी ने
Geometry
हेक्सागन पढ़ा
पढ़ते ही
है,
नहीं है.
जी जी, तो ठीक था सवाल सर, मुश्किल नहीं था बहुत सवाल. It was a question where you had to connect, you had to join the midpoints of alternate sides.
Okay.
तो वो एक ट्रेपीजियम बन जाता है. मतलब अगर ए बी सी डी ई एफ हेक्सागन है तो ए बी और सी डी के मिड पॉइंट ज्वाइन कर दिए.
Okay.
And then the question would ask you trapezium, area of trapezium to area of the hexagon. I remember the answer was 5:24.
And what about the circle?
Circle question was, sir, tangent is drawn from two tangents are drawn from the same point, and then those 2 points are joined, and also there's another point on the circle. और सवाल उसका था. It was not very long, but I skipped it and I moved ahead.
Shivku, I think they have followed the pattern. 3 questions from geometry. 1 will be easy, 2 will be should not do types. I think last 3-4 years I have seen 1 easy, 2 difficult. I don't know what Abhishek has.
Sir, एक
No, I think difficult. I would just want to understand, because I think in the first slot, the difficult became difficult because of calculations. It wasn't difficult because of anything else. Right? So what I'm saying is difficult is something that takes more than 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes is difficult. Right? Conceptually, there was nothing that was difficult. So that was the case with our paper, the first slot paper. And so I don't know whether conceptually is there anything where you have to think a lot, because in our slot we didn't I don't remember of any question where you have to think very, idea नहीं है, ऐसा वाला question नहीं था.
जी सर, हमारे
PNC
में
में
भी नहीं
कुछ आया क्या? We had a PNC question.
PNC कुछ नहीं था.
PNC
PNC कुछ नहीं था. I think the breakup was arithmetic was 8, geometry was 3, algebra was 4, अलजेब्रा 4 तो मुझे याद है सर.
नहीं उसमें इसमें होगा, देखो इसी स्लाइड्स में जस्ट
No.
flip it and
Shifut,
see.
it is not there in the slides, but I have noted down all the questions. Algebra was 7 questions,
Was
exact
it?
7.
Sir,
Yeah,
वो आप
there was
are you including the ones where you had m plus 2n and
no,
2m
not that,
plus
not
n
that,
वैसे वाले वो?
not that. There's a log question, there's a mod question, there's a domain of
Yeah,
definition question, there's a
domain, yeah,
domain of definition question, there's a quadratic equation question,
quadratic equation,
right?
yeah,
Quadratic equation question. I'm
infinite
also
GP था,
infinite
infinite
GP was
GP,
there. Infinite GP was there, and that was a simple question. That was not a difficult question.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
a
that was the
typical.
question, yeah,
That was a typical question which we have
yeah.
in our
It's
worksheet
answer was
question, right?
54, answer 54 था, I remember.
Answer was 54,
और
and answer was also written 54, 57, 60, and 63. The 54 was
63,
the
very
answer.
close, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right?
In the multiple,
And I have also included this question that a plus b plus c plus d is equal to 46, and a minus
yeah,
b ka whole square plus b minus c
yeah,
ka whole square plus a minus b ka whole square plus a minus c ka whole square plus a minus d ka whole square. That's
yeah.
also
Answer
algebra
2,
question. I
yeah,
have
2 था.
counted all those questions. I have counted and I have also sent it across. I think there were 7 questions from algebra. I have solved 7 plus 3 questions in 25 minutes. I haven't marked, but 10 questions, 25 minutes. 3 questions were one the loan question, and there was other question number system, which was 625 raised to the power.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
65
625 raised to the power
into
65,
128 raised to the
8 to
power
the power
36.
36,
Sum of
yeah, yeah.
digits.
Some of it, I
And that
think
was a simple
25,
question.
answer 25 था.
That was a simple question, Mahapit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I was saying Shipu difficulty in geometry, because students, when I was teaching them, they were not, they were not getting the concepts to apply. Even the basic simple concepts sometimes they forget to apply in a geometric question. That is the only take which I had, but no extraordinary concepts were involved in any of these 3 geometry questions which I've just seen. I haven't solved, but I have solved only the algebra and number system questions. That's it.
so in the sense that I think if they had done the last, I mean when I mean difficult or easy, if they had done the last 5-6 years geometry questions of CAT, they shouldn't have found it difficult to do this geometry set.
Abhishek,
So
anything
ठीक
on
है.
population combination?
I don't think so, sir. नहीं. I saw all 22 questions. नहीं था, permutation combination से कुछ नहीं था.
I think there was one question. Somebody was telling me, some of my students have called up and they're telling me there one question, permutation combination. They were also referring that question
Sir,
could
वो
have
number
been
of factors का था. Number of factors. You can put it under PNC, but it
3R,
was you
3R
put it
plus
under
1.
number system, right? Number of
3R plus
factors of the form 3R plus 1.
3R plus 1.
And
Yes, I
I remember the answer was 36. 36 आ रहा था.
36 was the answer.
तो
Yes.
जी. शिवकु सर, जो आप कह रहे थे ना, calculation लंबी. I think, as you said, anyone who had done 6-7 years of PYQs and has had developed the aptitude of hit and trial and a little bit of jugaad, he or she would find this a comfortable paper, because जो really मतलब lengthy calculations नहीं थी इसमें, बहुत lengthy calculation नहीं थी, और maybe that was the difference from slot 1. And
maybe it might not be a bad idea to check with the students what was their attempts in quant. And I think it will give us a good sense.
Abhishek, have we done this question? Final answer till final answer.
Sir,
This-
I'd scribbled all the questions. I remember all answers to most of the QA. अगर ये screen होता तो हम
he's
थोड़ा सा.
asking a question. Student's name is which Gaikar. He's asking this question that 128 raised to power 36, 625 raised to power 65. I haven't solved the question, but I thought this question was easy because this is 10 raised to power 252 was a common thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And 2 raised to the power, 5 raised to power
5
8
raised to
was
power 8. 5 raised to
So
power 8. इसका सर sum of digits 25 आ रहा था.
You have to only multiply 625 into 625 in calculator, which I don't have currently, and add those digits. So if we do that, 625 into I was not,
That's
because we
62 into 63 followed by 25. Sir, इसका answer पक्का. I'm sure this was 25.
this fellow Vijgaonkar Ruth I think you can't find his name here. He's saying which Gaon, Gonkar, which Gonkar.
I think it's
Have you
Rutvij.
got this
Rutvij.
answer?
Rutvij, the answer was 25 यार. इसका पक्का 25 था. Maybe we should start sharing the answers. जो भी याद है उसके answers share कर देते हैं sir.
हाँ, एक तो मेरे को
आंसर
लॉग
शेयर
वाले का
करो.
आंसर याद है, it was 48. एक हम लोगों ने one question more we have answered, which was 54. 54, you remember
So
the question?
let's go topic by Sharad sir. Let's go topic by topic.
Okay. Please
ठीक है.
carry on.
Would you like to start with algebra?
I can start with algebra. That's not a concern. So
पर
you
just check
start
the
with
comment.
arithmetic. Because many of them would have done arithmetic rather than algebra.
So
If
मैं
I do
arithmetic से start
algebra,
कर. I don't mind.
it was switched out.
Sorry, Shivku sir,
Just
बोलिए.
check the comments in the students. Na students also might be asking some.
Yeah. This is what
Yes.
this is the first question they have asked. They have also
Okay.
asked question. Many of the questions were basically one more question this guy is asking, which I'm showing you here. This is uh, 2200 MP आ रहा था. Do you remember this question? Mark price, cost price,
जी
Abhishek?
sir 2200. Yeah. It's a 2200 MP and इन्होंने पूछा था 10 और 20% हो जाता था. अच्छा, इसमें पूछा था कि किस वैल्यू पर सेलिंग प्राइस क्या ऐसे रखा है कि सेम वो आ जाए परसेंटेज प्रॉफिट एंड डिस्काउंट. आई थिंक द वैल्यू वाज 14%. इसका आंसर
हाँ. इसमें
14% था.
somebody is also asking, उसमें भी 14 था, right?
Yeah, absolutely, it was 14%.
Okay.
So I'll also take on the comments and maybe go question by topic by topic.
Sure.
I don't mind starting with arithmetic. सिंपल कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट का क्वेश्चन जो इंस्टॉलमेंट का क्वेश्चन था, उसका आंसर 8 था. जी, उसका आंसर 8 था. प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस का तो अभी हमने ये बात करी, यही कॉस्ट प्राइस, सेलिंग प्राइस और मार्केट प्राइस वाला क्वेश्चन. इसका आंसर 14 था, 14%. You have to find out the percentage change at which the profit or the selling price at which profit percentage, discount percentage would be equal, and that value was 14% of discount and profit percentage. Time and work का आंसर था 340 days. Time and work में I think ratios were given, right? 4:2:1 कुछ ऐसा आ रहा था कि A is twice as efficient as B, B is twice as efficient as C. मतलब नाम शायद उल्टा हो सकता है, बट ऑर्डर यही था. 1:2:4 करके आ रहा था. और C को कितना दिन लगेगा ये पूछा था. 340 days लगेगा. This was time and work. Ratio proportion में एक इनकम एक्सपेंडिचर वाला क्वेश्चन था, एंड आई थिंक समवन हैज आस्क्ड अबाउट इट एज वेल. उसका आंसर 2:3 नहीं है, उसका आंसर 3:5 है, इफ आई रिमेंबर करेक्टली. क्योंकि उसमें एक लाइन में बहुत ही क्लेवरली उन्होंने फर्स्ट लाइन में इनकम का रेशो दिया है, एंड नेक्स्ट लाइन में उन्होंने इनकम और एक्सपेंडिचर का रेशो दे दिया है. इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर. So and then if you calculate, it will come out to be 18:20 आ रहा था वो. I remember it was 18:30. Sorry, 18:30 would be 3:5. उसका आंसर 3:5 था. And what else?
If you
Yash, we'll come to 2m minus 3 and was 13. उस पे आते हैं हम. वो अलजेब्रा का था. We are trying to figure out कि अर्थमेटिक में और क्या क्वेश्चंस थे. अर्थमेटिक में एक क्वेश्चन था. I just saw someone post 5:8 ही था. मुझे वो क्वेश्चन याद नहीं आ रहा. I think उसका 20:32 था फाइनल आंसर. But I don't remember the question. 5:8 was one of the, for sure, रेशियो का ही क्वेश्चन था. 5:8 था. So रेशियो के दो क्वेश्चंस के आंसर हमने we just shared. One was 3:5, the other was 5:8. Time speed distance का I think it was 8. Time speed distance का boats and streams का जो क्वेश्चन था, जिसमें कि 5 किलोमीटर पर आवर, 6 किलोमीटर पर आवर था. एंड I mean upstream downstream 48 minutes का, एक का 48 minutes का डिफरेंस था, something like that. The answer was 8. And और क्या टॉपिक रह गया?
340 days. Anything 340 days?
Yeah. 340 days was time and work was 340 days, sir. Absolutely, yes.
So this Vishu Goyal, Vishu, this is Sharad. I think you are the same Vishu Goel who was there at CP Center. Vishu, this is 340 is the correct answer, Vishu.
Absolutely right. Yeah. And there was a question.
Vishu is asking about
Uh,
hexagon area. Hexagon
hexagon
wala
wala
area.
5:24 tha.
How
Hexagon was
much?
5:24. 5:24,
5 is to
sorry.
24. Vishu, 5 is to 24. What was your? Hi, Vishu. It was 5 is to 24, Vishu.
And then there were questions on mixtures and allegation का था. Mixtures allegation उसमें 10 kg में कितना होगा? So I didn't have the time to solve it completely, but उसमें या तो answer 5 था या 6 था. The others were silly. The options were wrong clearly. Out of 10 kgs of of mixture, which cost 376 per kg, I think that is what it was. You could immediately see the two options were wrong, and the answer was either 5 or 6, and it was likely to be 5, but I could be wrong. 5 kgs hona chahiye, 50%, because approximately that is what was making sense.
Vishu, QA में
And
कितना हुआ? How many you have cracked in QA, Vishu? I'm just butting in Abhishek. I know him, I think.
sure.
Vishu, how much was it? How much this QA? How much did you do? Vishu is saying, but surely above 99 in quants, but VRC again will let me down. Surely again, installment question 8 is the answer, Bacho. Installment question 8 is the answer. Sir has already told about 8%. 15 genuine attempts is Vishnu saying. Vishnu has got earlier 98 percentile in quant. In my opinion, this time you will again get 99 percentile plus. So that's not a that's a good attempt, Vishnu. 15 genuine attempts. And was how many were ingenuine attempts? They were genuine. So how many were ingenuine? Anyways, somebody has asked also about minus infinity to minus 3, 3 to infinity. I think your answer is correct. 2m minus 3 and m is equal to 5, n is equal to minus 1. I think that's also correct. That's a number system question, but I am venturing into it and answering it. This is a question m plus 2n into 2n plus m is equal to 27. If I remember it correctly,
yeah, correct,
n
sir.
will
Yeah.
take a value of minus 1 and m will take a value of 4. If you
5, sir.
multiply,
Just 5.
you will
M was
get 2
5.
into you will get 2
M
into
was
m
5.
plus n ka whole square plus mn.
13.
One is odd, one is even, right hand side is odd, so other has to be odd, and that can be negative. So that is how this answer will come. Am I right, Abhishek?
Yeah, sir, बिल्कुल यही odd थी दोनों values, m n की odd ही आ रही थी, and quick hit and trial, no other values seem to work, so
I know. Anybody
13 plus
else
1.
has asked any other questions? Any log तो किया ही नहीं है. Log. Vishu, have you done log? X square minus mod x plus 9 plus x greater than 0 was the question. But sir, for that range, if x was 3, then it would be equal to 0. But 3 was not there. 3
It's
was
not included.
3 was in an
Yeah.
open bracket. 3 was in an
3 was
open
not
bracket.
included. Minus infinity to minus 9, union 3 to infinity. Sir, यही था इसका आंसर, right?
अच्छा इस बार वो ओपन ब्रैकेट्स क्लोज ब्रैकेट्स के साथ खिला है ना ये लोग?
हाँ कोई
नहीं सर, नहीं मुझे तो उसमें क्लोज्ड ब्रैकेट याद है सारे. सॉरी ओपन ब्रैकेट याद है सारे.
हमारे स्लॉट में ओपन वाले थे, क्लोज थे, ओपन और क्लोज थे. So I think those, and if somebody is not,
I mean,
if somebody doesn't understand the difference between the brackets, he's gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Abhishek, question is here. It was minus infinity to minus 3 and 3 to infinity. If you put minus 4, which is between minus infinity to minus 3 range, minus 4, this inequality will get satisfied. I have not solved it. I have done it like this only. So answer the other kid was saying was right. Other kid was saying was the correct answer. Now, if you do, anybody has done geometric progression? Vishu, anybody geometric progression question? Any kid who is attending this session has done geometric progression question? Answer is 54. If you have done and you are not, saying it, answer I think was 54. Yes, Pranav is saying 54. Very good. Excellent. 54 was the correct answer. Right.
Sir,
Okay. So
so
I
there was
think
the averages question. Uska, I actually scribbled right out, after I got out. I scribbled my questions and answers. Average का 49th answer, जिसमें
okay. Average का 49.
nine,
Kids, average का 49 was the answer.
9 या 10 years और फिर 11th year ऐसा दे रखा था. Year था या day था, कुछ ऐसे ही था. Day था, it was day, not years, sorry. And I mean, it was straightforward question. थोड़ा सा calculation था. बहुत ज्यादा calculation नहीं था. Calculation मुश्किल नहीं थे. And
Anybody? चलो कर लो Arshit. Yes, carry on.
sir, वही I think we have discussed all arithmetic question. Arithmetic के तो हमने कर ही लिए हैं discuss.
One
I
algebra,
think
I will discuss. One algebra question was 9 raised to the power x square plus 2x minus 3 minus 4 into 3 raised to the power x square plus 2x minus 2 plus 27. If you put the second exponent, which was x square plus 2x minus 2, as if you put x square plus 2x minus 3 plus 1, so 3 will come out. And x square minus 2x plus 2x minus 3, you can put as t. So this equation will convert into quadratic equation, which will be t square minus 12t plus 27. And 27 is 9 into 3. So 12 will split into 9 into 3. So t will be equal to 3 or 9, which is 3 or 3 square. So x square plus 2x minus 3 will be either 1 or 2. So
नहीं
this
sir,
two
2 or 3 था.
equations.
It was 2 or 3.
हाँ, right.
It was,
so,
I think, 9 or 27. 18 उधर
27,
जाता तो plus 9 आता या minus?
No. Abhishek, last term was 27. So 27 will get split into 9 into 3. T square minus 12 TR.
अच्छा, आप 9 के टर्म्स में ही कर रहे हैं सारा?
3 के टर्म्स.
अच्छा सर, मुझे तो जो याद आ रहा है उसमें मैंने भी 3 के टर्म्स में ही करा था.
नहीं,
और फाइनल इक्वेशन में 20 आ रहा था आपका आंसर.
I think it was 20 आ रहा था. 20.
हाँ, 20. तो एक सौ मतलब वो शायद
थोड़ा
आपने और मैं थोड़ा सा वैसा अलग
है. वो -5 आ जाएगा, एक में -4 आ जाएगा
-5
वजह से, और दूसरे में -5 आ जाएगा. So -4 into -4 will be alpha beta into that. So that will become 20. Vishu, minimum value was coming 4 for me. We should just take those number. A is equal to 11, B is equal to 12, C is equal to 11, right? And D is equal to 12. Just take this number and do it again. 13 is the correct answer, Yasharani. Vishu, do that question again. A minus B ka whole square, A minus C ka whole square, A minus D ka whole square. Take A and C same. 11. And take A and B different. 12. So 11 plus 11, 22. 22 plus 24 is 46. So minimum value will come as 2, not 4.
Sharad, let's focus on the answers.
Okay.
तरीके तो हम बता देंगे इनको.
Okay. So the first answer is okay. So we have done more or less every algebra question which is here.
हो गया, ठीक है.
And more or less we have done all arithmetic question.
एल्जेब्रा का एक सवाल था सर, एक सवाल हमने डिस्कस नहीं करा एल्जेब्रा में, वो कॉमन रूट वाला मैंने नहीं करा वो सॉल्व, so I don't know the answer.
I'll discuss that. It is question was that it has a question was 3x square minus 5x. If I remember, plus p is equal to 0. Many of students will also remember that question. And 2x square minus 2x plus q is equal to 0, or minus q is equal to 0. Remember anyone have attempted this question? Quadratic wala. Answer in this was coming to as 8 by 3 minus, this was a tricky मतलब बड़ा अजीब सा आंसर था. 8 by 3 minus p plus 3q by 2, something of that sort, because it was 2 alpha have to be 8 by 3. Yes, 8 by 3 something was the answer. Yes, Shumang, very good. 8 by 3 minus p, let me see if I have noted it right, It is a question. We have to find the common root. Common root will come in terms of P and Q, and then you can find some of the other roots. So this was the question. Let me. I have noted this
And
question. Just see. It's a
algebra में
quadratic
और
question.
हमने
I'll tell you. Answer is 8/3 minus P plus 3Q/2.
हमने एपीजीपी वाला डिस्कस कर लिया सर, वो मतलब वो
हाँ,
इनफाइनाइट
GP
जीपी
वाला
वाला, उसका आंसर था 54, राइट?
Yes, Subhan.
प्रोडक्ट
Very good.
क्वाड्रेटिक
ऐसे ही कुछ था 8/3 minus. I don't remember those value, but the idea of the question was 8/3 wala were two answers. One of them was right. I think in my sheet it was the fourth option which was right. Shivku, anything you want to say on this? Shivku is not there, I think, on the screen. Abhishek.
सर आई थिंक हमने अलजेब्रा कर लिया डिस्कस। और कोई सर, और कोई क्वेश्चन अलजेब्रा का, और कोई क्वेश्चन रह गया? एनी गाइस इन द कमेंट, बिकॉज़ आई हैव ऑल द अदर क्वेश्चंस एज वेल। ये फिर उस पर आ जाएंगे। डोमेन का क्वेश्चन, सर डोमेन वाला।
Domain
f of
wala
gx
is
plus g
simple
of
question.
fx.
Minus this only thing is that if you see that question, x upon x minus 1 and x upon 2x minus 1 is given. So 1/2 and 1 as it is will not be in the domain of definition. If you solve it hx, you will get 1 minus x square in denominator. So x is equal to minus 1 will also have
1
to
is
be
also
taken.
not 1. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
minus 1, 1 and 1/2. Those are the
I think
three
options were
which
fairly easy.
Yeah,
Options
it was easy, but
eliminated.
you must have done. Uh, when when we keep on saying at teachers, "Bhaiya, do it. At least do those functions. At least try to figure out what is a composite function." If you do that, only the definition. If you know, this question was simple. This was one of the simpler questions. But teaching students, I know that they sometimes just see functions. They get domain. They just get put off. They just get.
I
They
doubt
just
if many would have solved this. बहुत कम लोगों ने करा होगा ये सवाल।
Yeah, but it was an easy question. But it was an easy question.
Options थे।
Correct.
और सर numbers में I think geometry we have discussed. Hexagon was 5/24 the answer. Circles, I don't remember the answer to the circles question because I did not solve it completely. Maybe if the others know it and you'd like to share the answer to the circles question for the other your friends, please do. Then there was
there's a PU wala ka answer. I think 1:2. That's what Vishu is saying. Just see PU wala. Any question which you know?
Sir, PU वाला तो ratio वाला ही था।
हाँ।
PU Meena, right? PU Meena and something Reena ऐसा कुछ था। PU Meena, उसका आंसर 5:8 है। डिवीजन ऑफ इनकम था उसमें।
Okay. That answer
कि
is
एक 20% कम है, ऐसा करके कुछ था।
हाँ, Shubhang is saying 20/32, so that is 5:8. Shubhang is saying it correct.
It was 5:8 for sure, yeah.
5:8.
Now, numbers, there was a question on number of devices, number of factors for I think 2 to the power 6 into 3 to the power something into 5 to the power 3 into 7 to the power also something. और उसमें कितने डिवाइसेस 3r plus 1 के टाइप के हैं?
With a 7,
उसका आंसर था 36. उसका आंसर 36 था।
36
जी। But I think this is also something that very, very few would have attempted. This is more complicated, and maybe a slight surprise from Cat that they've asked this kind of a question, because number system, sum of digits we have discussed. Sum of digits 25 to the power 65 into 128 to the power 36. उसका आंसर 25 था, because आपको 10 की power 10 की power 252 बन रहा था common, and then it was just 5 to the power 8, and then you could match it. 2m plus n into m plus 2n, I think Sharad sir ने already discussed कर लिया, 13 था उसका आंसर. A plus B plus C plus D equal to 46. सर इसमें ये तो नहीं लिखा था, because I saw a couple of comments where students were saying कि इसमें distinct तो नहीं थी उसमें values, right? A plus B plus D is 46. A minus B whole square, A minus C whole square, A minus D.
It was not written distinct. It was only written in integers. I remember the question. So then 1 plus 1 2 हो जाएगा. That will be the answer.
Yeah, 2 is the answer.
Yes, 0 भी हो सकता है. It could have been 0, but 46 is not divisible by 4, so that is not a possibility. This question I have not solved, kids. 3AC is equal to 8A plus B. Voila. Anyone?
कौन सा सर?
He's saying, I'll just show it here. Last comment. 3AC is equal to
I
8A
did
plus
solve
B.
this. इसमें आप अगर if you put A as 4 and C as 2 because उसमें जो minimize करना है उसमें 3 है, उसमें A का coefficient ज्यादा था. It was 3A plus 2B plus C.
Yes.
Right? So I tried 2 3 इसमें 2-3 hidden trial करा वैल्यू से और फटाफट दिख गया कि मतलब one was working properly which was A as 4 and C as 2 and B will come out to be 1.
So this kid
A4
it's a right.
B1 C2.
It's a
So
right.
इससे आ जाएगा answer. I think the answer was 12, yeah, because it's 3A. 3A would be 3 into 2 6 plus C would be 4 10 and 2B would be 2 more, so 12. 12 should be the answer. Absolutely. Juhi is
Wow.
right, yeah.
Very good. Juhi is also right. CPT.LRK is also right. Many of you have got it right. So we have more or less come to the close of the questions which we have. Don't worry. Don't cat is cat. It will just give you a flavor of what you have done on that day. Nothing, it does not define you. So what you should do now, you please put your estimates, etc. Give your optimistic and pessimistic view about your marks, and use your
We've not talked.
Yes, Abhishek.
We've not talked too much about LRDI. Maybe we can, guys in the comments, please share. What did you think of the LRDI section? Because मैंने जब center से निकल के बात करी, I think everyone was a little,
disappointed.
Not, yeah. Because
हम कुछ याद है तो
2024
ठीक है,
ने सबकी
otherwise-
expectation 24 ने सबकी expectation थोड़ी बढ़ा दी कि easy हो जाएगा. Shivku sir, how was your slot 1 DILR?
tough.
Tough.
I think anybody getting more than 2 sets right has done a damn good job.
I think these guys have cracked this sustainability index wala funda. I think that because sustainability index was the clue was there because the value of E was given. From there you can do percentages and this like that. And also it was having an integer value, so division wala denominator were also giving you the value. So I think you have got it right. CPT.LRK. Abhishek, your remarks on that sustainability index?
Yeah, बिल्कुल सर. ये I think E के 3 values आ रही थी 60, 75 और 90. अब मुझे ये याद नहीं आ रहा उन्होंने 20 का पूछा था 2016 का पूछा था. I'm not sure, but
it was 2016. The first question E was
2020. Then
So
60 ought to be the answer.
I think that set was doable. In my opinion, even the set, because I'm a numerical person, even the set which was there, this pollution index was doable if you know your numbers pretty well. But it was a tough set in my opinion. Pollution index, you have to be very, very careful in doing all those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and you have to take a punt also in that. I think that set was very difficult. That Ananya Rag and ABCD and Panditji and Ustad and Acharya wala, that Raga wala set. That was, I think many of the students have done that spherical ball and hoop wala set also. So if you
Yes,
if
so
you
that is actually really easy. मतलब अगर आपको एक बार वो आप बैठ के थोड़ा सा हो जाए तो हूप्स वाला जैसे बिकॉज उसमें टेबल बहुत सिंपल बन रहा अरेंजमेंट का सेट था और बस उसमें थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगा के मतलब थोड़ा सा रीप्रोग्राम करना था ब्रेन को कि टू बॉल्स एक बॉल जो हुप से निकल रही है वो छोटी होगी देन द बॉल दैट इज गेटिंग स्टक जो क्रॉस नहीं कर रही है सो
Rutvej, you are absolutely right. In the tougher set, why I said tougher set, because all the 4 questions you're doing, it was difficult. But one question was very easy on that also. They were very right. And this, I keep on telling my students, don't think about set as being difficult or not. Think about questions. Very right. Very right. But I think I agree with Shivku, Abhishek. This LRDI was a slightly tougher section. Don't you think also that LRDI was difficult? If anybody would have got 7 questions correct, he would be in the range of 97 to 98 percentile. 7 questions correct.
So yeah, I think 7 should be around 95, 95-ish.
नहीं नहीं अभिषेक कहीं और हो
Abhishek is very good in LRD, Shipu, you know
नहीं
that.
sir.
That
Sir,
is why.
So इसमें
Shipu sir,
इसमें let's get all data. I think the data is this paper was definitely 3 questions tougher than last year's paper. So which implies
Yes, sir.
even
At
if
least,
you at every point if you knock off 9, right? Last year at 36 we had a 99 percentile. So this year it's got to be around 26, 27 for 99 percentile, which implies if somebody gets around 21 to 24, I think they'll be in high, definitely 95 plus.
We're talking about LRDI, right?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Bilkul.
I agree. 7 question correct is a good attempt.
So, शिवकू सर इसमें भी ऐसा था मतलब
Rutvik, how many sets did you attempt?
No, I think I have marked at least 9.
12 or 13 was correct. 12 or 13 was correct to that question.
We're talking about a problem, hoop wala problem.
टोटल था वो मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा बट 12 और 13 तो पक्का था उसका एक का आंसर था. So one of you has written it wasn't 9 year, it was 12 or 13.
Satak, what happened to your QA slot? Why didn't you get maza out of that?
मजा नहीं है, marks तो आ रहा है ना.
That is a way thing. I keep on telling them, boss, maja mat lo, CAT mein marks उठाओ. Anything about Abhishek? If you have done author set, I have not tested.
Yeah. Author set was 2 questions were doable in that, and the third one was thoda sa calm, and then the other 2 were very very irritating. And मैं उसमें फंस गया. मैं उन 2 सवालों पे बहुत मतलब माथा खर्च करा, and that was a bad idea. Clearly, it was essentially a set theory question, Venn diagram का question था, and intersection of 4. It was intersection of 4, where A, B, C, D, and इसमें it a very high quality question actually, because आपको वो exactly 1, exactly 2, exactly 2, exactly 3 वैसे भी अगर आपको union निकालना है पूरा तो good quality question. मतलब someone who's really done set theory properly, Venn diagrams properly, I think only that student can even get close to solving.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, it was a tough question.
I said no, I'll not do it. Oh, देखते रहेगा नहीं ये नहीं करना. अच्छा, Shubhang, coming back to Shubhang, expected marks. I will tell you, Shubhang, I have given you. I think I have joined late. My optimistic 99 percentile in QA is 27 marks, and pessimistic is 33. Means 27 to 33 range will be there. So that is why we have put 30 over here. If you can see on the screen, 30 marks will give you in QA 90 percentile. I think you can also tell me what are your thoughts on this. Shubhang, what do you think? How much should be your 99 percentile in this? Okay, so Rutviz, we are not sure about answer of this question. If Abhishek can help you, then fine. Around 27. Shubhang, you have done very well. If you're getting 27, don't worry, you have done very well. Just chill. I think if you have done VARC and DILR also very good, then we are in a race for a calls from. And what are you, engineer or non-engineer? What is your academic diversity kind of situation? $27 is a good marks. What do you say, Shipko? 27 is good?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Should be a good marks. Yeah.
Good. Engineer. Oh, no wonder. then I will take my words. Then I'll tell you my words with a little bit of caution. Okay, 27 is a good mark.
ऋत्विज ये जो आपने लिखा है इसमें यार द ब्रेकअप ऑफ द ऑथर वाला इसमें ए का तो बिल्कुल सही है इट वाज 1112 बिकॉज इट हैज टू बी राइट इट हैज टू बी एटलीस्ट वन बाकियों में केसेस बन रहे थे and you are right one of the answers was both statement 1 and 2 were correct and there was another question जिसमें दो statements दे रखी थी जिसमें शायद एक ट्रू थी एक तो पक्का फॉल्स थी मुझे एग्जैक्टली उसमें याद नहीं आ रहा दोनों फॉल्स थी शायद C is definitely greater than D. I think that one was false. That statement was false. And I don't remember the other statement. So I don't remember the answer. But उसमें कम से कम दो केस तो बन ही रहे थे ऑथर वाले में. बट ऑथर वाले में अच्छी चीज ये थी कि टीटा थे वो दो तीन क्वेश्चंस. तो अगर आप थोड़ा सा केस बना के अगर आप आंसर कर भी रहे हैं, so I mean you're not losing out on anything. That was the good bit.
Guys, make sure that you go to CL site and give your performance. What do you expect is your pessimistic scores and optimistic scores? It will give us a better sense, and we'll be able to give you a better idea of where you stand in terms of percentiles. Of course, when you get the response sheet, I think things will be far more clearer. So,
and did anyone here solve any of the students solve the Guruji wala set? Sir, आपने करा शरद sir?
No.
Guruji and Shishya.
I could not. Pandit ji, Ustad ji. I am a Pandit ji, but Pandit ji, Ustad ji, Acharya ji, I was having last 10 minutes. I was just trying to figure it out. I didn't do that set. I could not complete. It was a tough set in my opinion.
Yeah, it seemed like a very long set.
Hello, so we are coming close to the session. What do you say, Abhishek? We have done Guruji May 2019 was one of the answers. What he's saying, Rutvez, he was right that two questions were okay in that.
Maybe the others can help us here for this set, because neither Sharad sir nor I attempted this. Guys, also let us know what you felt about VA. VA kaisa tha? VARC. How many attempts? Can you all share your attempts, please, for VARC and LRDI? And do share that on the CL score calculator as well. Your number of
do that because attempts. It helps us. It helps us to get the note, and also tells you where you are standing compared to what others are saying or doing. And you know what? CAT is over. What you have done is there. So think about if you've not taken a snap. Please do take a snap and think about that. Or you may also think about some OTTs and movies also. That's not also a bad idea in my opinion. that would have been pending for last few days. Few okay OTTs have also dropped in, so you can just go and see that also. Okay, I'll get 30 plus in quants. That's a very nice score, and 30 plus in verbal. So we are having I'm from Rutvij is saying I'm from IT Bombay BTech. Will it help me in interview or won't make much of a difference? Which brand, Rutvij?
What will help you in the interview, Rutvij?
He's from IT Bombay. I'll show the comments. He's from IT Bombay.
Achha, will being from IT Bombay help you?
Will help.
It will help you. वो subconsciously help करेगा.
Right? Subconsciously it will help, but academic diversity you lose marks. But
it is a double-edged sword.
That will be taken care of. See,
but ये मान लो कि
one more thing, Chipku, one more thing you have to tell him that if your grades are below 6.5, it is a clear negative. Whichever I
ऐसे नहीं है शरद कि
especially for IMA because last year one of the kid has got 99.92.
IMA से call नहीं आएगा, but
IMA will not
grade, but
and he got IMC converted.
तो इसमें I mean being from IIT helps, but it is a double-edged sword. Make sure that you उसका नाम भी रोशन करो तुम.
He's from Mech. He's from Mech Mechanical.
ठीक है. Good. 17,
So
20, 18. Good. Very good attempt.
very good
92,
attempt. Yeah,
92 not 5 is
20 is awesome.
Hmm.
I think
17,
our
20
students
18
attempted
is phenomenal.
21 and 17 also. I
He's
think
expecting
Siddharth,
90 to 105 marks.
You will be in the very high 99s, Rutvij.
99, yes, 99.5 plus.
Definitely.
Surely, surely. Very, very well done. Very well done. Good.
Chalo,
I think if
we'll
there's
call it
not
a day.
any other question, we'll call it a day. Thanks, thanks all the kids, and please do keep on visiting us on YouTube channel and also visiting our sites. Put in your scores. We will do again when the paper is there. We will do a very detailed analysis of each and every question. Anything, Abhishek, you want to say? Otherwise, from my side, it's a bye bye, and see you guys. Anything, Abhishek?
sir, yeah, I think maybe you should enjoy yourself today, but
Go
get
party.
back into the grind. Bilkul party. Get
Party
back to
karo.
the grind tomorrow for your upcoming exams, and maybe also keep an eye on GDPI preparation.
Yeah, please enroll. Why keep an eye? If you're not already in the system, please enroll for our PDP. We have one of the best PDP sessions going on. And I think Rutvij, you should, Rutvij, Vishu, Satak, everybody, please get the benefit of all those PDP personalized session. I think Shipku will be there, GP will be there for doing all those PDP sessions for you. You can learn a lot in those sessions. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Good night, guys.
Bye. Good night, guys. Good night. Thanks. Thanks a lot for being
Thank
here.
you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.